The heat of the desert is where the Sun Devils thrive. Welcome to Tempe, Arizona, Mountain America Stadium, home to the Arizona State Sun Devils and the rich legacy formed by the likes of Frank Kush, Jake the Snake, and Pat Tillman. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Sun Devils offense will get the first crack at it here. Guys, they battle for the Territorial Cup and bragging rights in the desert.
Yeah, and the three of us have been part of this rivalry. We've seen it up close before, calling this game in the past, and we know these two fan bases, man, they do not like each other.
Disdain, distaste. This rivalry goes back to before Arizona was an official state. Just think about how deep and how old this rivalry is.
And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's got the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season, and these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
To the ground with the back. And the Sun Devils are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
You got to have short area clearance. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Cross, just steamrolling the defense. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Buying some time as he moves left. He caught it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Trying to barge in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Arizona's offense will go to work for the first time today. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
They'll snap it from their 15 on 2nd and 8. Trying play action. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Getting some heat. It's complete to the left. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Cole. He'll take another shot here. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Arizona State!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there, they're pinning their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
Unloads quickly. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Arizona runs out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy. Run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats.
14, Arizona, 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Slings it downfield. Hauls it in. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Back to the ground game on the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Back to throw, it's Cole. Going for 6. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. It is good! And they'll push that lead down a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. Arizona won a tight one the last time they saw the Sun Devils.
Yeah, Arizona did exactly what they needed to do. They handled everything, their emotions, and they got the big dub last time in this rivalry game.
Really like the coaching staff, too. They made the adjustments that were necessary to win that football game. So what sort of plays are Arizona going to dial up here?
The Wildcats in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 3rd. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. He'll toss it. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. The first time the Sun Devils and the Wildcats met, Arizona wasn't even a state yet. It was 1899.
Reese Davis, a college football aficionado and a history buff, too. Great history between these two schools, though.
Yeah, and it goes back obviously that long. So many classes, so much hatred. It's beautiful when rivalries really matter, and it matters to the people in Arizona.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Off the play fake. Coming after him. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The Sun Devils will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fair catch, called for and made. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. To the ground, he's got it again. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Starts to scramble to the left. On the move is the 30. Nothing but green ahead. And how about that run? A huge gain and a slide at the end. They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Try to barge their way in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now. You're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball.
Touchdown, Arizona. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Oh, how did he make that move? All kinds of running room. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Arizona in a hurry. Scanning the field, it's Gentry. He's got his man. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Tempo in overdrive. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll try to do it himself. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a... He's going for it all. Makes the grab down the left side. He's loose. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arizona State!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he tacked on the extra point. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
Arizona 7.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Less than half minute to play here in the half. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Looking downfield, it's Gentry. Makes the catch. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Wants to throw on first down. Still looking, on the move. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. On second down, looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime.
Arizona State 31, Arizona 10.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, all the tradition, all of the bad blood between these programs, it's all kind of come to a boil today in a spirited first half in the fight for the Territorial Cup.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
They're working that left side, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Arizona right back to the line.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you when you're on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations, chewing up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that. Put you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number one, you got to stop them.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off play action. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the ball is picked off. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're getting this guy lathered up. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 1st down here for the offense. The give to the back. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
On the move, he fires. It's caught. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Flushed out of the pocket. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. A play-action fake seems simple, but there are some intricacies for the quarterback.
Reese, you're right. The danger for a quarterback in play action is that you're turning your back to the defense when you're trying to execute the play fake to the running back. So you have no idea what's happening behind you, and you have no...
Fires toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just... the ball in, it'll be 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
He's not afraid to go deep. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental stuff.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The running back has it. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down run.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
That's caught. It's Hunt. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
Keeps the legs moving. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. And the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. That's reeled in. It's Hunt.
Complete some of these hitch throws early. You're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. When the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline, that might be a home run play for the offense.
Arizona will try to pay off this red zone trip. Quarterback on the keeper. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Looking downfield, it's Gentry. He's got it on the move. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They'll go to the ground.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
You've got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And the Sun Devils send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. The touchdown drive cut the deficit last time they had it, forced the punt. Now a chance to really make this a football game.
And I think if you're the offensive coordinator here, you're revisiting that last drive and asking yourself, okay, what did I call? What worked? What can I keep dialing up so we can keep scoring?
Dang right, because you got the momentum. You're back in this football game. Everything is going your way. Your defense just contributed, so that lead they had, just keep chipping away, and who knows what will happen.
As the end of the quarter end, Arizona State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Wants to throw. It's Gentry. Unleashes one. Got his man downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that. Right after the catch, make guys miss, make beautiful plays.
He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 30 short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
They'll try to pick up the first. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Wildcats are flying down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. This offense has a second down play. Gives it to the back on the draw. Finds a crease at the 20. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense, maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They turn to the passing game on third and short. He's got it on the run. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Back to pass, it's Gentry. Makes the catch. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on second and goal. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the D deny them on second and goal. He wants to throw it again. Touchdown, Arizona. And the comeback is on. Oh, Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Lets it fly. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there.
Unloads it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't. shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Sun Devils will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. He'll keep it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. When you look at the design of a draw play, you don't often see it going to the outside, but I'm not sure he had much of a choice there.
The running back couldn't find a hole. The defense wasn't full. Listen, when you do see a draw as a defensive lineman, you don't bite.
Looking deep down the right side. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one, and David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
And I think we're going to see a lot more of this from this offense. Listen, you're backed up on your own end. You got the lead. More importantly, you want to continue to run the clock, get 1st downs, be the physical team right here. The ground game, I imagine, is going to be a big part of their playbook moving forward.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This time of year, when you're the higher-ranked team, you're getting everybody's best shot, and guys, they answer the bell.
There are head coaches in this sport that say nameless, faceless opponents. You got to be able to show up. You got to be able to bring your best game to the park, regardless of who you're playing. A lot of eyes on this.
He's off to the races. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
feeling some heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking to throw, it's Gentry. Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
It's second down.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Going up top on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Dropping back, it's Gentry. Throws to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Got rid of it just in time.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, then you're going to have time to throw.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Arizona State.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the 4th. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. Win, 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 win. It seems the only obstacle in their path could be getting bored or not paying close enough attention as they continue their run toward perfection.
And everything's just lined up beautifully for this team this year. We knew coming into the season they had guys that could go out and make plays and win games. We knew all about the coaching staff, but they've been able to avoid the injuries. The schedule has been difficult at times, but they've been able to overcome those challenges. This team, right now, it's like the unstoppable force, David. Everything that gets put in their way, they're just not going to win.
just mowing them down, shutting them down, doing everything they need to. And you know what's great about this time of year as a player? Award season. The banquets are around the corner, the Heisman Trophy awards, all those, the top defensive player awards in the country. Those are all coming their way with what they're building right now.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.